PhantomCave studio today, and today we are going. Let me get me set up. We are going to be talking about. So we have a new Phantom comic coming out next week. So this is basically what you'd call. Hang on a sec. This is basically what you'd call a live stream version of the news segment. So it's going to be pretty cool. We've got some old comics from the archive to look at. We've got to discuss the latest Phantom news that has been happening in the last week or so. So we'll start off with there's a new Phantom comic coming out next week. It's called let me get this right, Nosferatu's Revenge. In the last couple of weeks, we've been having some, we've been having some good comics come out, and I've just, particularly with this one right here, which is the Phantom, the Vietnam story, I've just read it. So in the last week or so, I've just read this story, and I think I finished the Phantom by Gaslight story. I think I might have finished that last couple of days. Now, a quick rundown on the Phantom by Gaslight. We're edging towards the later part of that series. Quick rundown on the Phantom Vietnam story. It's illustrated and wrote by, as you would know, Paul Mason. He did, as everyone would know, he did Kid Phantom. How's it going with Spring Grove? How's your day been? One of the other comics that came out in the past week or so was The Phantom of 1776. As I said last week, it has what you'd call a beautiful cover done by wraparound cover done by Luca Berta, who is an amazing artist in himself. And it also has presenting the last and greatest of the Don Newton Charlton stories. In this comic, it also has the 7th episode of the Phantom by Gaslight series. Also has the good old Forum, which is sometimes an interesting read. Haven't actually read this comic yet. I haven't actually read this one yet. And those two comics, once I read the Phantom by 1776, those two comics will come out reviews of those two comics will come out in the next couple of weeks. Okay, so I will show you one of the forums that was published in the last week or so. So in Australia, Phantom Comics, we have a thing called the forum. So if you can see that, it's usually at the back last couple of pages of a Phantom comic, if they do have space for it. And yeah, it's I sometimes read them. I sometimes read the notes that actually goes with them. And then Dudley usually at the end of reading everyone's responses or things that they want to say, that comments on different issues that they want to talk about, Dudley will respond back to them. I unfortunately have not been published in the forum before, but that's okay. But usually at the end of the forum, Dudley will pick a deserving letter, and that letter will get some sort of like a few crew badge, which nowadays doesn't, well, the last couple of months hasn't been really happening, I don't think. But yeah, sometimes in those forums, sometimes in those forums, there is, oh, well, a lot of, sometimes you can have negative feedback as usual that you usually have from responders coming in and saying, say, one of the guys that I think said in one of long, long time ago, um, there was, oh, I remember correctly, there was a guy that, a few of them that were in the forum and they got published in the comics. And they were talking about the Kid Phantom series that Paul Mason and Andrew Constant did. And there's quite, I'd say, quite a few people that either didn't even like the series. Like, I've got the entire series myself, and I enjoyed it because it came out when I was actually just getting into the Phantom. So yeah, so the Phantom comic that's coming out next week, it also has the last episode of The Riddle of the Grey Malkin, episode 8. I've been saying the last month or so, I've been enjoying that series. I enjoy nearly every Phantom by Gaslight series that comes out, and especially the original series that was done by Jason Paulos, Glenn Lubston, and Chris Seguera. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is that I'll get it up on my computer. So as you would have, if you haven't seen it, I won't be putting the image up, but I will be saying this. A new sneak peek at new Charlton Comics cover has been, well, partly revealed, and a story has also been revealed on the Facebook page, the Facebook group that is Shakti Comics official group. Now, okay, the cover, what I'm looking at, the cover, it looks so. The cover, I feel like it looks like. Wait, 1 second. And do I have it with me? No. So the cover for this one, so the cover that was revealed on the November the 21st, it sort of reminds me of an old Antonio Lemos cover that was one of my first actual favorites of his cover art. So that came out, I think, in 2016. And it just reminds me because you've got, in that story, we had the Phantom. He saves, no, the Phantom um, helps this dude, or helps this guy. The guy actually saves like a local person at a native village, or native tribe, and the only thing that is missing from this cover is obviously you can see the lion paw up on the top middle section of the image. The story that got revealed this week was, let me get it up. One sec. Yeah.
You're not recording it, are you?
Yes. Okay, here we go. That hasn't got a comment. Yeah, so yeah, it's the Phantom and the Lion story. So I was trying to find the comment where Shakti actually replies to one of the fans that was on the Facebook group, but I couldn't find the comments. So, like like Louis Springgrove said, it is some line story. I definitely haven't heard of this story before, haven't read it, and quite simply um, don't know what the story's about. Obviously, it's some sort of. I'm guessing the story has something to do with a lion attacking the village or something. I'm guessing something to do with that. A lion, something to do with like a lion, I guess, attacking a village or disturbing someone's tribe or something. But the cover that I'm guessing with Shakti Comics being the admin for this group, and I guess we talked about. I was talking to a couple of fans that we have going on our WhatsApp group, which I'll be putting down in the description down below if you want to join. Um, yeah. So I me looking at the revealed cover, I just think it's got something to do with a lion attacks a village or something, and Phantom has to save them. But yeah, that's just what I think, and that may not be right. Again, haven't read the story, so practically don't know. Okay, so moving on. So what we have a new segment today. So what's coming soon in this December? So as you know, we're coming up to one of the last months of this year, and this year we've got some cracker of some videos coming out. We've got a new Phantom in Vietnam review coming out next week, which is this comic here. The following week, we like every sort of week coming up to the mid December, we will be reviewing a lot of Phantom comics. I think in the next couple of weeks we'll be reviewing this bad boy, which is pretty cool. Haven't read it yet, but you would know that already. And we're also, I guess, in the next couple of weeks, we will be having next week's Phantom comic come out. We'll be reviewing the Nosferatu's Revenge, and then it all ends up with a Christmas special at obviously on Christmas Day. I'll be scheduling that probably while I'm on my break or something. So yeah, I think around the 21st of December to somewhere around mid January, I'll be taking my Christmas break, and I will be announcing that PhantomCave announcement on social media. um, I'll be announcing that up for more weeks to come, and I'll be announcing that probably a week before the break actually happens. But we've also got the top 10 best Phantom covers from 2021 coming out. That will be a couple of days after Christmas Day. I'll be scheduling that, and then we have this new concept, new sort of thing that I want to try out. Oh yes. So I want to try and do like the best on camera stuff from all the year, like montage it into say like a 5 minute clip, and just like I don't know, do some sort of cool montage for the end of the year. And yeah, the next thing we're going to be talking about, we've talked about the Shakti Comics cover and story. We've talked about the new comic that's coming out next week. We've talked about what's happening in December, and now we're going to discuss some new art from Daniel Picciotto. So in the past week, we saw Daniel. He's one of you'd say most of he would be one of the most talented he'd be one of the most talented Phantom artists out in Australia, and he currently right now he's going to Oz Comic Con in Sydney. I think in December or probably January or something like that. Also, James Johnson's going to that as well. But anyways, he shared two photos on his Instagram. One being that the Phantom is um, like punching, um, he's sort of punching a bad guy, like or something like that. And then we have the second photo is basically the Phantom is in the middle panel. There's two panels either side of him, and he's I guess would have some sort of serious look on. Right. So after we've talked about Daniel Picciotto's new pictures, we have a new Phantom and comic coming out. So we have Phantom number 25 and 26 coming out. As you would know, it is, I think, all compacted into one book. And front cover looks amazing. Was shared by Phantom Fan on Instagram if you want to go have a look at it. I'll be putting the link to that down below in the description. But yeah, we've got the classic look of basically the big circle and the six little circles that make up the Sigma Brotherhood thing. Yeah, the cover looks amazing. I'm guessing I've got to try and guess here. So I'm guessing the cover has some. I'm guessing the cover is. Oh no! I have to have a look at that. Doesn't you can't really on the cover you can't really see any sort of signature or something to say who the artist is that's done the cover. But anyways, we have the Phantom and comic cover coming out in the next couple of weeks, and now we are going to be having a look at some comics from the archives, and then we'll wrap it all up. And yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah, we're going to wrap it all up. We're going to have a look at some comics from the archives. We'll wrap this live stream up, and we'll do all that jizz. Picked out a box practically for me. Okay, pick a random one. Close my eyes. Let's see. I think we will pick this one. Okay, a book that I reviewed, I think, last year. So, the first comic from the archives is The Curse of Rakshasa or something like that. I reviewed this book like last year, I think. Yeah, I think I did that. Pick another one. We'll pick say like 5 or something, and then I guess also if this live stream doesn't, I'm just gonna put this out there. If this live stream doesn't perform well, by next week I will have 7 days of data. So the number for this issue, which is, as I said, The Curse of Rakshasa, is number 1205. Like I was saying, if the live streams don't perform well by next week, I possibly will be going back to the usual schedule, which is Monday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's pick another one. Okay, we'll pick this one. Oh, there we go. Okay, original cover by Antonio Lemos. Ibis Mystery. Number is 1064. Look at that mintness. I do not have all the original parts to this. But as you would know, this Ibis mystery was published by, if you don't actually know this Ibis mystery story was published by few publications last year, and sometime in the future we're going to get a sequel. Who knows when that will happen? The cover actually was done by the four covers were done by Grange Wallace, and I have a feeling that he's already done the fifth cover, but I guess they're probably still waiting, possibly waiting to get it approved or something. I don't know. Okay, well, third pick. Right, go up here a little bit. Oh, we got a bigger book this time. Okay, rightio. So we've got number 978, an old issue. It's got 4 new stories. I think, yeah, I reviewed this last year. I think I reread this. I think. It's got a very terrible spine curl. As you can see, that's a spine curl right there. Quite frankly, I'd say it would be all right condition if the spine curl wasn't there. If you can see under there, the page, because of the spine curl, the pages are not in the correct place. If the spine was something like a normal cover, like with that edge on it, every other page would be same diameter and same height. But unfortunately, with the spine curl happening, so everything went that way. Yeah. Okay, fourth one. Which one are we going to pick? Oh, pardon me. Oh, rightio, one of my absolute favourite covers. Yeah, one of my absolute favourites. We have the Viking Castle Mystery by legendary cover by Antonio Lemos, one of my first favourite artists. And yes, it has one of those stupid stickers on it. I never understand why people leave the newspaper stickers on them. I never understood that. Like, I always take the newspaper stickers off my new ones. But yeah, that is a magnificent cover. Back in 97. Yeah. Okay, last cover. And then we'll wrap it up. I think we'll choose something that no, we're not going to choose a bigger book. I think we'll choose this one here. Oh, rightio. One of the last Sly Barry stories. Attilan Mystery. Attilan Mystery, as you would know, got published in the 2020 annual, I think. It was the Sly Barry tribute issue. Oh, look at that spine. Look at that clean spine. That's what you want to look for. On the spine, we have some spine ticks. Yeah. I think I got this last year or something. Can't remember. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream. As always, if you would like to support PhantomCave reviews, you can do so by subscribing, liking, sharing the videos to other fans, so we have a more community sort of sense around this channel, and they can then voice their opinion on what Phantom comics they like and what their favorite artist is. We also, if you want, you can comment what you would like to see in 2022. I'm thinking in 2022 to basically downscale my projects a little bit. Say like I don't know, doing I don't know two videos, two normal videos and a live stream each week or something. So takes the burden off myself. And as always, keep Phantom Caving, and we will see you next week with another PhantomCave video.